The Playboy Bunny has become an iconic symbol of the magazine. The bow-tie-clad rabbit, designed by Hefner, was created to symbolize the brand's frisky content while appealing to the gentleman lifestyle. Hugh Hefner created Playboy magazine in 1954, and due to its lack of competitors, it wasn't soon before it dominated the industry. The magazine appealed to the average Joe, as its models were described as the girl next door, and made the fantasy seemingly more attainable. Due to the magazine's massive success, Hefner expanded the brand and started opening up clubs, featuring restaurants, bars, and casinos. The first club was opened in 1960s Chicago, and the Playboy Bunny was born. Playboy bunnies were the servers and workers in the clubs, not the models who were referred to as playmates. But the bunnies still had to sell the Playboy lifestyle. As Gloria Steinem, a research journalist, revealed in her two-part series A Bunny's Tale, which chronicled her undercover experience as a Playboy bunny, the women were expected to wear heels no less than 3 inches high, and corsets so tight their zippers were known for bursting undone after the girls sneezed. Not to mention the mandatory venereal checkups the girls had to do before qualifying for the job, making the experience all the more degrading.
I had made up a phony background, that I'd been a secretary and it didn't pay and it was boring. She said, honey, if you can type, you don't want to work here. I'm telling you, it was the worst job in the world.
Really?
Oh, it was terrible.
What did you have to do?
Well, first of all, you had to pay for your costume, give back half of your tips. Advertisement said you could get $300 a week. I never got it. So anybody was getting more than 120 or something like that. And I made like 89. Average stay was a month because it was such a bad job.
A Playboy bunny's sole purpose was to be eye candy. Their demeaning treatment did not go unnoticed, and by the 80s, the women's movement rallied so heavily against the backwards ways of the clubs that they were all closed by 1986. For the first time, Playboy seemed to be at a decline in popularity, with the closing of their clubs, and digital porn as well as other men's magazines being accessible online. Hefner attempted to save Playboy by selling the rights to their logo, which in turn helped to keep the brand alive throughout the 90s. Despite the club's closing, the Playboy Bunny has remained a staple in pop culture, featuring in songs, movies, and of course, the Halloween costume. As Forbes' Daniel Scott says, the line between legacy and brand is often hard to draw. This holds especially true with Playboy, which stays alive through the legacy it's built. For many, Playboy is a symbol of classic America and holds the same stature as brands such as Coca-Cola, McDonald's, Ford cars, or Campbell's soup. There is a glorification of the past and therefore the dismissal of the misogynistic realities of the brand. There's no debate that after Hefner's death in 2017, Playboy seemed to have ended its chapter in the public domain. With the fall of the Playboy empire, other brands stepped in. Restaurants like Hooters, magazines like Sports Illustrated, and retail brands like Victoria's Secret have all profited off of the objectification of women and have managed to keep going where Playboy could not. Objectification will be a constant battle, but what is changing is that women are increasingly taking control of their sexuality. In September of 2018, the Playboy Club was officially revived in Midtown Manhattan, and the Playboy Bunny was brought back. Richie Notar, the creative director of the club, and Nicole Levinson, who handles marketing and communications, say the club has always been ahead of its time and defend it as inherently empowering for women. However, the club's revival was poorly timed and short-lived, as the summer of the club's opening was also the summer the Me Too movement was highlighted, with Bill Cosby convicted of sexual assault and Woody Allen being met with several sexual assault allegations. The venue soon dropped the polarized Playboy title and rebranded themselves as the Live Nation Theater at Cashett Hotel. As far as the brand goes, it's currently being run by Scott Flanders, who's attempting to bring Playboy into the increasingly more progressive world by rebranding itself. 2019's Playmate of the Year, Jordan Emanuel, is an activist for women's and Black rights, the first Black Playmate of the Year, and is the co-founder of the nonprofit Women with Voices. The magazine also featured 3 female activists on its cover in its 2019 summer issue. True, the Playboy magazine and the club will never make a full comeback. The bunny and the legacy live on.
All these bitches out here trying to be a playmate, but I want to be Hugh Hefner.
I wanna throw bands on these hoes.
Fuck on your bitch like I'm Hefner. I take 10% like I rep her. No faking my tits, but I'll check her. Your bitch give me brain like her neck hurt.